everybody, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to go over the pickups from the card show. Some of these are purchases that walked up to the table, some are from other dealers, and some are trades. I don't remember everything I traded. I got some pictures of stuff that I could remember while I was thinking about it. The way I can go over everything that happened and try to help as many people as I can. I'm going to try to be as transparent as possible and talk about the whole process and my thoughts whenever I made the trades. First things first, sorry about the lighting. I know it's not perfect this time. Some of my lights got moved around, but I wanted to go ahead and get the video out for you guys. So we'll go over things as quickly as we can since there's a good amount of stuff here. I did pretty well for this. Is a smaller show in the Evansville, Indiana area. There was only about 20 tables, and I mean, I had pretty much 2 of them. And I mean, it was actually pretty decent. I sold about a couple $1,000s worth of stuff, but I probably spent almost that. So it was pretty good though. I was pretty impressed with it. There's actually another show next weekend if you're in the same area. I'm in Newburgh, Indiana. If anybody's interested, I can drop the location for that. I'm gonna go to that. That'll actually be the second card show I've set up at. So this was the first one. I've been selling on eBay for 5 years and collecting at the same time, and I decided with everything going on, it's about time to get to some card shows. So we'll start with these actually while we're talking about cards. These were given to us by a guy named David. He's pretty cool. I talked to him a few times. I believe his name is David. He is opening a card shop in Evansville, Indiana. I can also throw that information below so you can check him out whenever he opens up. I believe the date was June 26th. Let me check that for you guys. I actually still got his card in my pocket. We'll give him a shout out. He's pretty cool, so we'll give him a shout out real quick on the channel. So here you go. The Hobby Den opening June 26th, Evansville, Indiana. You can like the Hobby Den on Facebook, and the telephone number is 812-805-0058. If you want to, just tell him I sent you. I'm not getting anything out of it, but he was a pretty cool guy, and I'd like to help him out. So we'll hold that there just for a second for everybody. And there you go. Yeah, tell him Dylan Fitzgerald sent you. So he gave us these for signing up, for, helping, trying to promote his show. He gave us these to my son for free. So that was pretty cool. We got these 2 and another Tom Brady, the Fleer Tradition, I believe it is, with the other player on it. We got these 2 and that card for a Haley Deegan Select 2020 Silver, a Jacob Eason Blue Prism, and a Tom Brady like 2nd or 3rd year Upper Deck Honor Roll card. The Honor Roll I had 10 in. The Jacob Eason I had pretty much 0 in because I bought it in a collection and already made the money back on that. And the Haley Deegan we pulled from a box. So I had about $30 in those cards that I traded for the other Tom Brady and these 2. I ended up selling the other Tom Brady for $60. It was really off center. I believe it was like he bought a Luka and that. So he sold about $50. So I got out the other Tom Brady, and then I got these 2. I like Kobe stuff, and I think it's undervalued. I know there's probably quite a few of these stickers. They're like the Euro stickers. But Kobe 2nd year, pretty cool thing, was perfect condition. I think they go for like $20-30 maybe. And then I want Tom Brady 1st year Buck jersey, so I was cool with that deal. So I made all my money back on that deal already, and I got those cards for free. This was a lot of cards that came in from one guy. These Paul Pierce, we'll save those so we can go over them. They're nothing big. Somebody traded me this Joe Burrow and a clear Justin Herbert from Chronicles for a like $50-ish card. I sold the Justin Herbert for $30, and I still got this about $20. That deal, I'm not really going to make money on the trade, but sometimes you make a trade just because this stuff will sell easy and it brings people back, right? If they can tell you're giving them exact value for what the card's worth, they'll come back and spend money from you in the future. So even though I'm not going to make much on the deal, it's 2 easy things to sell. I mean, I sold the Justin Herbert, within the next hour, and this will probably sell pretty quick. So this was also a trade. I had a Justin Jefferson mosaic. It's a mosaic, yeah, mosaic variation, right? It's kind of like the prism, kind of white look. I thought it would get a 10 when I sent it off. I paid $55 to grade it. It's only worth about that. 10s do a couple hundred, but it got a 9. I traded that and a Luis Robert update short print that got a 9. So those were about, if I had to sell them, I probably got around 100, maybe 120 out of them. I got all 5 of these Pokemon cards. They're not perfect condition, but in the condition they're in, They're worth about 150 bucks. So we got a Giovanni's Persian first edition holo, a Misty's Gyarados holo, a Blaine's Arcanine holo, Dark Charizard non-holo but first edition, and this one's actually pretty clean. The first McDonald's promo Pikachu from 2016, and a first edition Team Rocket Charmander. So those, even though these are worth more than the trade, these will probably be kept in my son's collection. I got these 4 cards from the same person, but these 2, I believe this will grade a 10 from the looks of it. I checked it out, unless I missed something. I'm thinking this might be a grade and sell, because I believe raw, we looked it up, it is 60, and the condition this Blastoise is in, it does about 30, 40. My son will probably keep the Blastoise, and then we'll probably grade this, sell it. And I told him I'd give him 80 trade value, because I know I'm going to grade this. And then I ended up giving him 70 in cash. So I paid 70 for these, but I should make money on just this one, correct, right? So my son will throw this into his collection. Sorry for the background noise. I don't know if you can hear that, but I guess a train happened to drive by. I live within a mile of railroad tracks, so it's kind of unfortunate for that to pass by right now. I got these 2 Tom Brady die cuts from the same guy for like 20 bucks. I think that's about what they go for, right? They might go for 25, 30. But I like Tom Brady. I wanted some first year Buck stuff, and you know, the red die cut team color and premier level and club level for 20 bucks. I'll take it, right? This one is pretty off center on the back and a little bit on the front, but you know, it's Tom Brady, so for 20 bucks I'll take it. These 3, I traded something away. I don't exactly remember what, but I think it was about $100 trade value. If I got a picture of it, which I think I did, I'll throw the picture up of what I traded for these 3. This one is another one that should grade well. Worst case, it gets a 9 because top to bottom, but I think it will get a 10. Top to bottom, they've been a little bit pickier lately, even on Pokemon cards. This used to for sure be a 10. But, I mean, even in the way they set, I'll make at least my money back on the trade, and this might be something that we keep. And we already have this, so we won't keep it. And we have all variations of this, so the base, the alternate, and the secret rare. So I want to try to grade this and maybe have the whole set together. If we sell it, I don't know. But if we do sell those, we'll make our money back. This we got in a trade. So I had a Fernando Tatis Fire Auto out of 25 from 2019, his rookie year. That card, there's no comps, but the out of 50 was doing about $450. I actually only paid like $250 for that, and so I valued it at $600. The guy gave me $200 in cash, 2 Shaq rookie 9s. These do about 75 a piece. A Devin Booker Hoops 9, this does like 120, and then a Carmelo Tops 9, and it also does 1 to 125. So I mean, I'll end up with about $550 in value on that, and then this is some little bit cheaper stuff that'll be easier to sell. And then, you know, if you ever want to trade up on that, I can trade up on that. All right, let's go to this stack. So this one was a little bit crazy that this came up for the value that it came up to me at. This guy wanted $50 for this, and he said, well, would you trade for a $50 card? And I looked at this card, and it looks pretty clean. There's a little bit of white on that corner up here. But my thought process is, man, this is a 1 to 125 card raw, and you're gonna offer me, you want $50 card for it? Sure, of course I'll take it. So I traded it for a Jalen Hurts Orange Disco, which wasn't mint. It was probably about the same condition as this. And the Jalen Hurts I got in the same lot as the Jacob Eason I was talking about earlier, and I had pretty much nothing in that. So to get a card, to trade a card I had nothing in for a card worth 1 to 125, I had a few people that said that they would be back at the next show that were looking for him, but they bought a bunch of other hockey cards from me, so they couldn't do it today. And if not, I have 2 more I'm going to grade, and this one will probably just be a quick flip, right? I'll probably take $80 for it at the show just to move it and get some quick profit. I'm going to save this deal for, I'm going to save this stack, I think, actually. Yeah, let's save this stack, because this is all, I think, from the same guy. So we'll go to this one. This was given to me because people know I like Chase Young, so it was given to me. I think defensive players are underrated. So this is a Kevin Garnett rookie with Jermaine O'Neal and Kobe. I think this is actually like Kobe's 2nd year, isn't it? No, maybe it is his rookie. For some reason, I was thinking second year. But yeah, rookie of those 3. So it's a pretty cool card. It's collector's choice, you know, which isn't anything great, isn't it? Oh no, it's upper deck. Yeah, I'm right. Upper deck, collector's choice, and yeah. So I was right. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's been a long 3 days. But yeah, I think I got this for like 15. I gave him like $15 and stuff in trade. I think this is only like a $20 card, but it was super clean, and you can't go wrong with KG and Kobe. Obviously, Jermaine O'Neal, he had a long career, but you know, was never the best player on his team. This also came from the same guy. I gave him, I believe, he took like a $15 card. This goes for like 20, and this goes for like $5 to $10, somewhere in that range. So that was pretty good. So I made a trade with the kid. He wanted a Justin Jefferson, I believe, that I had 10 on, and I didn't really have anything on the Justin Jefferson. I think I had 5 in it. So I was trying to flip it for double. This, I don't really know anything about Zach Moss, but I looked the card up. This does like $12. So it'll make a kid happy. And even though Justin Jefferson's easier to sell, I felt like it was an easy deal. This, I don't remember exactly what somebody wanted. I had a bunch of the Donald Trump Playboy Chromium cards, and that I bought because, you know, I try to have a little bit of everything, and I sold those things crazy. I think I had like 6 to 8 of them, I don't remember, and I don't have any of them with me now. I think I sold them all or traded it. That Donald Trump card goes for like 15. None of those were in the perfect condition. I think they were all like probably 9s, maybe. And a 9 is still like a $100 card, but with PSA closed, it's hard to grade. So this Bosh, I think, goes for like 7 or 8. Same with this. He was a dealer, so I was just trying to get, you know, fair trade value, since we'll make some deals in the future. So no big deal. This one, these cards aren't really worth anything. These are worth less than $10, but the same kid that traded me the Zach Moss wanted another $10 card, and these aren't worth really $10, I don't believe, total, but it's all about helping kids out. I gave away a ton of Pokemon cards to kids and some other cards. I wish I had done a video. I think next time I'm going to talk to the person that runs the show and see if they're cool with me videoing my area. I just want to make sure before I do that. I had a Christian McCaffrey base from Optic, and I actually traded one of the Donald Trumps for the Christian McCaffrey, and then somebody came along with the Bowman's Best Fernando Tatis and asked if I would, or Tatis, however you want to pronounce it. I believe it's Tatis, right? Somebody wanted to trade that Christian McCaffrey for this, and this looked perfect to me. And it's a Tatis rookie, so you can't go wrong there. So that's like a $20 card. So I went from the Donald Trump to the McCaffrey to that. This all came in a lot from the same guy. I got all this for $80, and the way I think about it is, I mean, that's like $7 to $10. That's probably $7 to $10. So we'll just say like 15. I mean, that's got to be another at least 15. That's 30. It's got to be like 10, 40. We'll say that's probably $50 right there. These are going for about 25 a piece. So that's 100. And that's got to be another 25. I mean, it's like 125 bucks. You're not gonna make huge money on those, but if I can make 50 bucks on them, or maybe, you know, keep these two and get most of my money back out of these, something like that. They're nothing great, but the guy bought multiple things from me over the weekend. He came every day, traded me multiple things. I didn't really want to go 80 on them, but that helps them out. And that, I mean, this should be easy stuff to sell, right? I can move these at $25 a piece pretty easily. Justin Jefferson seems to be one of the hottest things to sell. So, I mean, I should probably be able to sell, you know, the Joe Burrows and the Justin Jeffersons to get my money back. And then if these sell, they sell. If they don't, no rush or anything like that. So that's the plan on that one. Make 45 bucks there. This, a kid wanted a $20 card I had. He traded me these. Again, these aren't worth more than like the 20, but I made money on so many things. And even the card that I traded, you know, it was nothing that I thought was worth 20. At least these are some decent players, and it should be easier to sell for $5. So this was crazy. So this guy had the 1 of 1 and the 2 of 2. And if you can tell, the patch on the Magic is like nasty. That's just like a Kareem's number. You can't tell on camera how thick that is. Like, it actually sticks out kind of above the card. And then the 2 of 2. It's pretty insane cards. I was able to find out that I think he paid $150 for this whenever I looked. I think they're worth a little bit more than that based on the patches. The comps of 1 of 3, a Magic and somebody else, without patches that looked this good, were doing like $125. So I felt like, hey, $175, that's about $350. It's probably what I could sell him for. He wanted $400 for these. I told him I'd give him $400 for these and this. I've seen a couple of these sell in the past. I think they did about $200. And my thing was, okay, I'm not gonna make a ton of money on these, but I could trade them up, or somebody would be interested in buying them. And if you get stuck with stuff, this is the type of stuff I want to get stuck with, right? You can't go wrong with Magic Johnson patches and an auto. And it's like, if the market crashed tomorrow, give me this stuff, right? And these are both in perfect condition because I think they're from like 2018 or 2019. I don't remember. I'm not a big fan of Leaf, but the patches are sweet. And these will be 2 things that'll be graded when PSA opens back up, if I still have them, because they probably have a really good chance at pulling 10s. I might send them to BGS and get 9.5s, and I mean, at that point, you can sell them for, I would say, at least $300 a piece in a 9.5. So that would be some easy profit, and then this ends up being free, and that's something I just thought was cool. So we'll set that back there. All right, so these are all from one guy, and this guy was a dealer at the show. He gave me some pretty good deals. Some of the stuff I won't sell unless, I need the money. And I'm a Celtics fan, Paul Pierce fan. He gave me all these for $20. I think this is like a $10 card. For some reason, one sold for like $100, which I think is crazy. I think it's more like a $10 to $20 card. It's a pretty cool insert from Skybox EX. Just a rookie watch from, that looks like a Upper Deck, right? Yeah, Upper Deck. The Skybox Premium, that's a super cool card. Oh wait, no, it was one of these that did 100. These I think all did between like 10 to 20. It's one of these that did 100, but it's like $10. And some more Paul Pierce. I think total these are like, $40. It's probably what they're going for on eBay, and I spent 20 on them. Those I won't be selling most likely or anything. I got this David Ortiz refractor. That's my favorite baseball player ever. So Rajon Rondo, favorite basketball player ever, even though he's nothing huge. And all these right here were $20 as well, right? So I got to Tyler O'Neill, and everybody's sleeping on this guy, but he's like almost leading the league in home runs this year, I think, pretty close to it. I know it's not Vlad or anybody like that, but he's doing really good for the Cardinals. It's just Topps Chrome rookie. Brandon Ingram, Don Russ, an Aaron Donald Crown Royal rookie. This goes for like 10 to 15 by itself. An Aaron Judge Bowman's Best rookie, Alex Bregman, and a Cody Bellinger. A Jazz Chisholm first Bowman, a DeMontis Sabonis Donruss rookie, and 3 Rafael Devers rookies. And just from looking these up, this is about like $50 worth of cards. I think at least. Might be a little more, but I think it's about 50. So that's $30 profit. Here was a good deal. So he got this sick Kobe rookie, walked up to his table, and he bought this and a Patrick Mahomes rookie for $300, which was a steal because this to me is worth $400 or $500. Ended up giving him $425 for all 3 of these because I bought all this from him, and that for me gave me pretty good deals. The last sell on this was under $400, but they've came down and they've consistently, they were averaging $500 or more for a while. $425 for all these. This, I will grade it. If it pulls a 10, I'll probably sell it because Shea stuff is pretty expensive at a 10. If it gets a 9, that's still, $150, $175, and I might keep it because he's my favorite current player besides Rondo, but from Kentucky. So I kind of want to keep it, but if it gets a 10, I might sell it because then that would pay for the Kobe. So that's how I got that. But the Kobe, man, it's just a sick card. Even 9s a couple months ago were doing like $1,500, and it's a card that I'll grade. There's a couple little tiny spots on the foil, like a little bitty scratch here, but it's really faint. Other than that, the corners are mint. It's just a pretty good condition card. So I'm thinking about grading it and just stashing that. That's one of the better pulls, or one of the better pickups from the show. It's hard to see in this lighting with that foil, but all those scratches are on the top loader. It's a sick card. I'll have a better picture of it up on Instagram once I can get a good picture of this stuff. I picked up these from him on the second day. So I actually got 2 Manus from him. One of them I'm going to grade and keep. One of them I'll sell probably after. I'll probably grade it too and sell it. I got that for 25. I think they're doing around 50 bucks. It'll probably be a sell. I don't know. Like some of the stuff I really want to keep because I collect a lot of stuff. Now there's one card in here I know I'm for sure keeping. I won't move it unless I have to. But this will be one of the things where I'm going to try to trade up, or I might sell it for 50, 70 bucks next year when the basketball market comes back around. This, we bought a box of first edition, which we were going to post, but we never got around to posting the video. We pulled the Eli Manning, the Phillip Rivers, and Larry Fitzgerald, but we did not pull the Ben Roethlisberger. This, he sold to me, I think, for 50. There's no comps on it. A PSA graded one hasn't sold, and 2 BGS 9s did 200 a piece, I believe. So I felt like that was a good deal. These I got for, I think this was like 10 bucks, a Fleer Ultra, or just a Fleer Tim Duncan rookie. That was like 10 bucks. These were like 10 bucks total, I believe, for these 2. And I mean, these are not really big cards, but you can't go wrong with a Dwayne Wade and a Chris Bosh rookie. So they're not really big cards, but you know, stuff just to have a variety. This one might not be sold immediately. It might be something I more want to trade because it's Ichiro. It's in really clean copy, and it's a rookie that is numbered, which I thought was pretty cool. So got that for 75. It's about what it was going for, but the last sale was 150, so that made me pretty happy. This was the Odell Beckham Topps Finest Atomic Die Cut. I mean, you just can't pass up a $5 card. So for Odell, you know, especially if he comes back with Baker, has a good year this year. A Topps Chrome Eli. I've been buying a lot of Eli lately because even though I don't think he was ever the best quarterback, I think just with his name and the 2 Super Bowls and one of them being against Tom Brady's 18-0 team, he should be in the Hall of Fame, and that'll help his cards. And any Topps Chrome is a good pickup. I can't remember if this was 5 or 10 bucks. Both of these were like 5 or 10 bucks. And I just thought Pau Gasol Topps Chrome, you know, the Kobe attachment helps his value. And then the Carmelo being in the right draft class and one of the best mid-range scorers we've ever seen. So, I mean, those are no-brainers. And then how about this? Just a sick Yao Ming rookie refractor. BGS 9s were doing about 700-800. And the last raw one, we couldn't find any comps originally. And the reason we couldn't find any comps is because a raw one did sell, but it was listed as 2003, which isn't true. It's the 2002. And that's why we couldn't find it. So he told me 200. I just took a shot in the dark and said I would take it at 200. And then, because I asked him if he had any Yao, and that's who I was specifically trying to buy lately, was Yao and Manu. And he pulled it out, said 200. I went with it. And when I got home to look up the comps, the last sale was listed as a 2003 refractor, and it still caught people's attention, and it did almost 400. So I think I did really well on that. This and the Kobe are the 2 cards here I don't really want to sell. I'm hoping everything else that I picked up or traded for will pay for these, and these will end up being free. I think I can make $800 on everything else, pretty close to it. I might not make the full money because, I mean, most of the money I would make would be on these 2. We added it up, me and my wife, that we have about $2,800 worth of stuff here. After we grade the Yao, if without grading the Yao and the Kobe, I mean, we have about $2,800 worth. We spent $1,400, and of course, 1,000 of that's here. So we'll pay for probably both of them. We have 600 in them, so we should be able to pay for these 2 and have them free. And these will most likely be the 2 I keep. So just a sick card though. Look at that refractor again. It's beautiful. So I got that from him on the second day of the show. The first day of the show, I got these 2 from him. So a Manu Ginobli Chrome. This one, they both look perfect, but I'll keep one of them, and then one of them I'm gonna sell. It's the same thing. I'm thinking that I can keep the Manu, the Yao, and the Kobe, and everything else will pay for those 3. This one I want to keep because I got it for a really fair deal. I don't remember if I got this from the same guy. I got this for 50 bucks, and they were going for around that for a while, but the last sale was 150. It's a Topps Pristine Uncirculated Chris Bosh refractor rookie, numbered out of 1999. And you just can't go wrong with a card that looks like that. So I was happy with that. This stuff, I think all came in like some cheap trades from a guy. He gave me like, he bought from me like 3 different times, like $45 here, $45 there, and that. And then some of the deals he traded this stuff with it. Nothing's huge, right? I mean, what? I mean, these might be maybe $5 to $10 cards a piece, maybe. These are probably $1 or $2 a piece. It's nothing big. And then this Luka, it's a BCCG 9, which we all know is probably like a PSA 7 or 8 because of the centering. So, I mean, if PSA graded it, I would say it would get an 8. And so I looked up PSA 9s. They were doing decent. And I just gave him this and some other stuff, that those cheaper cards. I gave him like 50 off of what he was buying from me, which I was making money on what he was buying from me. So, yeah. Thanks for everybody sticking around. That was kind of a long video, but I wanted to just show off some of the stuff I got. Figured I could help out a little bit. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer in the comments. But yeah, I thought this was a cool pickup, right? So, you know, I'm hoping like this, if I sell it, I think these alone, right there, keeping the Paul Pierce. A lot of this stuff was trade stuff, which, well, I mean, it'll pay off a little bit. But on the stuff that I bought, which is this stuff, this was pretty much a buy because the Jalen Hurts that I traded. Those I think I traded for, but I mean, the grading these, right? And grading this. Oops. That didn't sound good, did it? I knocked over some stuff. We'll pick it up in a minute. But grading this stuff right here, selling this stuff, maybe possibly grading and then selling this and this. And then the other stuff I bought, like selling this stuff, I'm pretty sure, and selling that stuff. I'm pretty sure these, the 2 main cards I want to keep, along with, there's these 3. Yeah, I mean, all this should definitely pay for these, because I mean, that's got to be a few $100 in profit there, especially the Chris Bosh will be 100 if I move it, which I plan on it. That's going to be $200 in profit, another 50, 250, another 50, 300. These after being graded should be at least 150 in profit, so that's 450. These I hope to grade before somebody buys them, but if not, I'll end up with 150 profit here probably, and that's 600. And I paid about $375 on this, and then 200 on this, so 575 and 25. That's about 600. So yeah, that's kind of my thought process. Is let's pick up stuff to pay for the stuff we want to keep in our collection, because these will be things we stash, and Tom Brady, of course. But yeah, I really appreciate everybody sticking around for the long video. You can check me out on Instagram, the link's below. If you don't mind, drop a comment, provide any feedback. I'll be at a show in Newburgh, if I didn't already say that, next weekend. I'll drop that link in the description. And yeah, check out the other videos and give us a like, thumbs up, and please subscribe to see the next one. Thanks, everybody.